In the Qing dynasty, which is about 300 to 400 years ago, the emperor wanted to dress casually and just go out and see his people. And he would relax and drink tea. Now, servants were told that he was supposed to stay low profile, okay? Because he didn't want to be known. He just wanted to be out there to observe. So one day at the restaurant, the emperor poured himself tea, and then he poured the servant tea. Now, for a servant, that was like a sign of honor. And what he wanted to do was he wanted to call kamto, which is a bowing down for respect. But he couldn't do that because he was supposed to do it low-key. So instead, he took his fingers, 2 fingers, and he bent it down like you were on his knees, and he tapped the table. That means now, traditionally, if someone's pouring you tea, it's a sign of thank you and respect. So whoever is pouring tea at your table, this is how you want to show respect. You want to tap with your 2 fingers. So that's just a little history on the tea ceremony.
The tea ceremony is the most significant event in the modern Chinese wedding. The bride is formally introduced to the groom's family through the Chinese wedding tea ceremony. This ritual is an ancient custom intended to demonstrate respect and honor for the family. The original way in which the tea ceremony was conducted was for the bride to privately serve her own family before the wedding ceremony, and for the newlyweds to serve the groom's family together following the marriage vows. Many Chinese American couples adopt this custom and have one of the tea ceremonies with both families present.
Now, honoring the family and respecting your elders is a cornerstone of the Chinese culture. And this is an event, a matrimonial tea ceremony. It's a sign of respect. It is respecting all of your elders, all of your family members. So here's what's going to happen. The tea is going to be served by the bride and groom from a beautiful tea set on a tray, a gift from the groom's parents. The newlyweds will first serve the groom's parents and all of their family members in order of age. Okay, so if you're at last in the line, you're the youngest. Then it's going to be followed by the bride's side of the family. Okay, after all of the groom's relatives are offered tea, then the bride's side of the family will come up. After that, all of the guests here will be served tea.
Serving sweet tea to the groom's family during the tea ceremony brings about relations between the bride and her family. Also in the Chinese culture, the customary wedding gift is not household goods. Instead, it's a lucky red envelope looking something like this, or a lai si they call it, are given to each of the bride and groom and contain a cash jewelry gift. Each has a symbol meaning to the Chinese heritage that includes the gift of money. Even numbers are considered to be the most lucky. Then odd ones are not considered as lucky. A gift with 2 major lucky numbers for the lucky red envelopes are 6 and 8. Because the word for 6 sounds like the Chinese word for never ending, and the word for 8 sounds like the Chinese word for money. Even numbers can be divided by 2, just like 2 people coming together in a wedding. However, 0, 1, and 4 are unlucky. And your lucky red envelope should avoid them at all costs, as 0 reminds people of endings. We don't want endings, we want completions and beginnings. And 1 represents being single. And of course, we don't have that in this situation. We have a beautiful couple of 2. And the word for 4 sounds like death. And we ain't going there. As each guest is presented with a cup of tea from the bride and the groom, the guest will take a sip of the tea, give the bride and groom their blessing, and a word of advice on how to achieve a successful and happy marriage. Place the teacup back on the tray and hand a lucky red envelope to each, the bride and the groom.
Okay, so now what I'm going to ask you guys to do is first You're going to line up going this way, okay? And we're going to start with the groom's family first. And if you didn't pick up a red envelope, just go ahead and feel free to pick up one and just follow the rules, okay? So let's have the groom's family. If you guys will line up over here.
Everybody come out and line up. The groom's family, oldest to youngest, come and line up.